My name is Michele Grant, and I'm here today to discuss the interpersonal deception theory by David Buller and Judy Burgoon. I'm going to do this by explaining that people often find themselves in situations where they are less than honest, that there are three responses to these situations, and that people are generally not very good at detecting deception. A person may find themselves presented with a situation in which they may be less than honest with another person. This may be because they want to avoid hurting or offending the other person, avoid getting into a conflict, or slow down or speed up a relationship. According to the text, a first look at communication theory, the manipulation of information is what helps to accomplish deception. The information must be consciously manipulated to create a believable message, must be able to be presented in a sincere manner, reactions must be monitored, follow-up responses prepared, and damage control must be done all at the same time. While everyone differs in their ability to deal with this type of complex mental task, at some point the strategy required of deception will produce cognitive overload in the deceiver. According to the theorist, there are 18 propositions that are the skeletal links of the interpersonal deception theory. And here are a few. What deceivers and receivers think and do varies according to the amount of interactive give and take that's possible in the situation. What deceivers and receivers think and do varies according to how well they know and like each other. Deceivers and receivers' expectation for honesty is positively linked with interactivity and relational warmth. A deceiver's perceived credibility is positively linked to the interactivity, the receiver's truth bias, and the deceiver's communication skill that goes down to the extent that the deceiver's communication is unexpected. A receiver's accuracy in spotting deception goes down when interactivity, the receiver's truth bias, and the deceiver's communication skill go up. Detection is positively linked to the receiver's listening skills, relational familiarity, and the degree to which the deceiver's communication is unexpected. Real or imagined suspicion increases deceiver's strategic activity and leakage. When the conversation is over, the receiver's detection accuracy, judgment of the deceiver credibility, and truth bias depend on the deceiver's final strategic moves and leakage, as well as the receiver's listening skills and remaining suspicions. And when the conversation is over, the deceiver's judgment of success depends on the receiver's final reaction and the deceiver's perception of lasting suspicion. When the deceiver is presented with a situation in which they are less than honest, there are three strategies that are available to be used. The first is falsification, in which the deceiver develops a completely fictional story. The second is concealment, in which the deceiver hides the secret or the truth. The last strategy is equivocation. Equivocation, the deceiver completely dodges the issue. All of these fall under the heading of deception. Deception is defined by Buller and Burgoon as, quote, a message knowingly transmitted by its sender to foster a false belief or conclusion by the receiver, end quote. Buller and Burgoon state that a deceptive act is judged on the basis of the deceiver's motives, not on the act itself. The interpersonal deception theory also states that people are not very good judges of deception, even though they think they are. Buller and Burgoon agree that human beings are rather poor lie detectors. According to folk wisdom, there are nonverbal cues for deceit. If a person won't look you straight in the eye, it is believed that they are hiding something. It is also believed that nervous laughter or hurried speech reflect the fear of being caught in a lie. These may be common sense thinking, however, the majority of deception research shows that these cues are not reliable indicators of deception. Laboratory testing under controlled conditions show that people are rarely more than 60% accurate in their ability to spot deception. Buller and Burgoon don't think that the typical one-way communication experiment is a helpful way to explore why. Buller notes that, quote, rarely is it acknowledged that receivers react to deceivers' messages and that these reactions alter the communication exchange and perhaps deception's success. In conclusion, interaction rather than individuality is at the heart of Buller and Burgoon's interpersonal deception theory. Every deceptive act has at least three aims: to accomplish a specific task, to maintain or establish a relationship with the respondent or receiver, and to keep the image of one or both people involved. Buller and Burgoon have also confirmed that receivers tend to regard interpersonal communication as honest, complete, direct, relevant, and clear, even when the speaker is lying. They are also convinced that people who know and like each other are particularly resistant to doubting each other's words. It is also suggested by these theorists that people in close, warm relationships are motivated to find the truth in whatever a friend, romantic partner, or family member says. According to Buller and Burgoon, when speaking with others, we should doubt our ability to detect deception, and people who expect honesty from others have a better chance of getting it than those who doubt everything that's said.